Hello guys, welcome to our video tutorial. My student Angel.
Hi.
And I will going to have lesson number 95 for today. But before that, you have to say first our keywords. So what are our keywords?
Reading is fun.
Okay, since reading is fun, let's get started with task number 1. So we have here word reading. So you have to sound out these words that I have. So starting from here.
Pug.
Again.
Pug.
Next word.
Frog.
Again.
Frog.
Next word.
Spots. Spots. Blap. Blap. Loud. Loud. Sound. Sound. Rock. Rock. Ding. Ding.
Okay, for task number 2, you have to read these words fast again, okay? Starting from here.
Green.
Again.
Green. This. This. Those. Here. Here. Deep. Deep. Teeth. Teeth.
Teeth.
Teeth.
Okay. For task number 3, okay. So we have here a story. So we have here a story, and the story is entitled The story is entitled The Frog That Made Big Sounds. Again, what's the title of the story?
The frog that made big sounds.
Okay. There was a little frog with green spots.
There was a little frog with green spots.
That frog made very big sounds.
That frog made very big sounds.
The other frogs in the lake got on the shore and made sounds.
The other frogs in the lake got on the shore and made sounds.
Some went ding, ding, ding.
Some went ding, ding, ding.
Some of the big frogs made deep sounds. Rock, rock, rock.
Some of the big frogs made deep sound. Rock, rock, rock.
But the little frog with green spots made this sound. Blap, blap, blap.
But the little frog with green spots made this sound. Blap, blap, blap.
The sound was very loud.
The sound was very loud.
Frogs like to sing with each other.
Frogs like to sing with each other.
They ding and rock and ding.
They ding and rock and ding.
But the frogs that ding and rock did not like the sounds that the little frog made.
But the frogs that ding and rock did not like the sounds that the little frog made when
he went blap, blap, blap. They said, "Stop that blap, blap. Those sounds are too loud. How can we sing if you can make loud sounds?"
When he went blap, 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 they said, "Stop that blap, blap. Those sounds are too loud. How can we sing if you make loud sounds?"
Then these frogs said, "Yes, stop laughing and start singing." Soon, one of the other frogs said, "Let's dive in the lake and get out of here." And they did.
Then these frogs said, "Yes, stop laughing and start singing." Soon one of the other frogs said, "Let's dive in the lake and get out of here." And they did.
The little frog had a mother. She said, "You make sounds that are like big teeth. They bite my ears."
The little frog had a mother. She said, "You make sounds that are like big teeth. They bite my ears."
The little frog with green spots was sad. He said, "I do not like to make those big sounds, but I cannot sing the way the other frogs sing."
The little frog with green spots was sad. He said, "I do not like to make those big sounds, but I cannot sing the way the other frogs sing."
More to come.
More to come.
Okay, now for our next task, we have second reading. So we're going to read the story again, but this time with questions. So let's start. The Frog That Made Big Sounds. So what is the title of the story?
The frog that made big sounds.
Okay, there was a little frog with green spots. That frog made very big sounds. So what did that little frog do? The little frog made very
big sounds.
Okay, let's continue. The other frogs in the lake got on the shore and made sounds. Some went ding, ding, ding. Some of the big frogs made deep sounds. Rock, rock, rock. But the little frog with green spots made this sound. Blap, blap, blap. Now, what sound did the little frog make?
Blap, blap, blap.
Okay, that's a terrible sound for a little frog with green spots. Now let's continue. The sound was very loud. Frogs like to sing with each other. They ding and rock and ding. But the frogs that ding and rock did not like the sounds that little frog made. When he went blap, 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 they said, "Stop that blap, blap. Those sounds are too loud. How can you sing if you make loud sounds?" So here's the question. Did the other frogs like the sounds the little frog made? Is it a yes or no?
No.
No. Now, let's continue. Then this frog said, "Yes, stop blapping and start singing." Soon one of the other frogs said, "Let's dive in the lake and get out of here." And they did. The little frog had a mother. She said, "You make sounds that are like big teeth. They bite my ears." Now, for the next question, why does she think the little frog's sounds are like big teeth? Because here,
The little frog had a mother. She said, "You make sounds that are like big teeth. They bite my ears."
okay, they bite her ears. Okay, now let's continue. The little frog with green spots was sad. He said, "I do not like to make those big sounds, but I cannot sing the way the other frogs sing." Now, for the last question, how does that frog feel? The little frog with green spots was
Sad.
okay. The little frog with green spots was sad. Now, for our next task, we have here picture comprehension. So, I have here a picture. Now, look at the picture. What are the frogs in this picture doing? They are singing. Now, what sounds are the big frogs making?
Lap, lap.
The big frogs are making
Rock, rock, rock.
okay. Now, which frog is the little frog with green spots? Can you point it out? Okay, very good. Now, what sounds is that frog making?
Blap, blap.
Okay, now, do the other frogs look as if they like that blap blap?
No.
No. Okay, now for our next task, we have writing letters. So we're going to write the letter Q. Again, what is the letter?
Q.
What is the sound of letter Q?
Q.
Okay, now for the second letter, we have letter G. What is the sound of letter G?
Ga.
Okay, you have to write those two letters. Okay, I think that's the end of our lesson for today. Did you learn something?
Yeah.
Well, I hope so. So see you on another lesson.